Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is when you watch this. It's morning for me. I'm just pulling up to yesterday's fits. It's 10 a.m., which is when they open. I'm coming in a little bit early this week. Vikki has some stuff she's got to do this afternoon, so I want to get this done. I'm here to do my weekly buy, as well as potentially build some boxes, some reseller boxes we're going to see. I haven't talked to Jesse about what he might have available to send out for this week, but we'll see. He should have been buying over the last week. So we're going to go check it out, and hopefully we find some awesome vintage treasures. Also, I think I'll take you shopping in the store a little bit. We'll look through some racks so you guys can see some of the stuff that they have out on their floor. Probably some pretty sweet, sweet deals. What's happening? Okay, so I just talked to Jesse. We're actually not going to do boxes this week. He doesn't feel like he has quite enough stuff, and so we're going to hold off until next week and hopefully have a higher number of boxes that we'll be able to put out. So this is just going to be the beginning of this week's sourcing video. We're going to go ahead and do that. But I'm still here to do my bulk buy, and so I'm going to be going through, this is all like new stuff that they got in this last week. I'm going to be going through and seeing if I can pick out some items that I might want to buy to be able to flip myself. But yeah, there's some pretty cool stuff here. I love this sweatshirt, this vintage Raiders. I'm not going to get it because they just got it, and I can see that they're going to be pricing it at $85, so I'm not going to pick this one up. Of course, I could negotiate a lower price, but it's not going to be low enough for me to be able to flip it. But this is a really cool vintage Raiders sweatshirt. So yeah, I'm going to go look through these. How cool is this long sleeve Tasmanian Devil t-shirt? I love it because it's got the like computer circuitry going on here, and it actually has a website on it, tasmaniandevil.com. But what's awesome is this is actually from 1996, so this is like, you know, vintage 90s, very early for .com websites and stuff. They have it priced at, it's gonna be priced at $25, so I can probably go ahead and get this one. I love it. I think it's awesome. I've been digging through some bags and some stacks and found some pretty cool stuff that I'm going to see about what the prices are going to be. But this is a Megadeth all over print Rattlehead t-shirt. This is a vintage LA Gear Michael Jackson t-shirt. B-52's tour t-shirt. Jane's Addiction tour t-shirt. New edition. These white ones definitely need some serious bleaching action, but I'll see if oh, this one's got like, looks like some repairs where it's been ripped, so I don't think I want this one. So to the side, but this Jane's Addiction is awesome. It just needs some yellowing going on, so it definitely needs to be bleached. But man, what a cool shirt. Do a little shopping out here in the store. Look at the sweatshirts. This is an awesome Bart Reader sweatshirt. I got priced at like 100, so there's no negotiating down from that. It's going to be at a good price for me. That's a really cool sweatshirt. I'll maybe make an offer someday. This is a really cool Mickey satin bomber, silver screen. Got my bag of treasures here. Not as much stuff as I usually get, but they just didn't have as much new stuff. But I found some pretty tasty treats, and we'll show you those, some of the highlights on Sunday's show. Hey, what's going on back there? Hey, you.
Listen.
So I'm just coming to pick up Vikki, and we're gonna head out on a little adventure. What are we going to do?
So we have a friend locally here who just recently joined our meetup group that reached out to me yesterday. She came into a lot of merchandise, and she wanted to know if I wanted to come take a look at some of it and see if I want to purchase it. It's more than she can handle on her own, so I don't know what it looks like.
Yep. And I'm gonna go along, and we're gonna see if she'll let us film some. And Vikki gets to have first dibs on everything, so it might be painful because I hear there might be some single stitch vintage stuff I would be interested in, but
I have to pass first.
She has to pass first, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. But
that's the deal.
Let's go. I know. Them's the deals, man. Okay, Vikki, what are we doing?
So we're at our friend Jenna's house. Jenna is new to our meetup group. And she is like the posh queen, so she's been we've been talking about getting together so she can teach me a little posh and possibly shopping at the bins, because I hate the bins here. So we're gonna see if she can change my mind on that.
How do you feel about the bins?
I'm primarily LA bins, so I feel you on the Vegas bins thing. I don't do ours very often, but I'll road trip and spend 2 days in LA and do bins there, and I find some
I've heard LA bins are great.
Crazy stuff.
That might be what I have to do next.
Yeah.
I hear what's probably a really cute dog scratching at the door.
Yeah, he's a barker, so we'll keep him in there for now.
Okay.
All
So
right.
we're not going to reveal secrets of sources, but you recently did like a big bulk buy off of someone.
Yeah, I am a mother of a 1-year-old and a 9-year-old, so the jumping from the thrift store to thrift store is extremely time consuming. So this whole month, my whole kind of goal for 2020 is to get creative with my outsourcing. It's just so time consuming, and I only have X amount of time that my daughter is not with me. So my husband jumped online. He said, where can we get mass quantity for a good amount of money? So we basically bought out 2 people's estate, and what I'm going to assume is some of it was picked through and some of it was raw, because there's no way some of this stuff was left at an estate, I would feel like, at a sale.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pulled out an entire box. The last box we picked through was a whole box of single stitches, and I was like, okay, well, I'll take it. So it's just too much for one person, though, and I was like, Vikki, Katy, get over here, come check it out, because I'm overwhelmed, to say the least.
So there's more than you want here.
Yeah, and there's more in the garage. This is kind of just what I've cherry-picked to look at that I think might be interesting. There's other stuff I didn't recognize that you might recognize. It's a lot of like vintage Nordstrom brands and stuff like that I don't think are around today, that I don't really recognize. And it's time consumption of looking up comps,
Like researching and stuff.
I can see some single stitches over here already. I'm excited to look at this.
Yeah.
But Vikki gets first dibs on everything, so we'll see how.
These hats are pretty cool. These shoes are from 1991, I think.
Those are pretty. Those are pretty
cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and I see a little Rainbow Bright going on over here.
Barney.
Let's just, I just want to remind everyone, if you haven't heard this story, about how I was traumatized as a child because it was Christmas. I was excited about the new Transformer I was going to get. And what did I get? I got a Rainbow Bright doll. I cried. I got a Rainbow Bright doll and Minnie Mouse clothes. It was like a shirt and like leggings that were purple.
So that was the worst Christmas.
I cried. It was horrible.
That sounds.
Oh wait, but I did like Nudes on the Block, and that's pretty amazing.
Wow. That's pretty special. That was a well-loved pillowcase right there. I can see that someone was making out.
Oh boy. All right, let's check everything out. What'd you get? What'd you end up with?
68 pieces of clothing.
Okay.
And hats. And like
a
couple of sheets. Some vintage
some
Tampax.
Super Plus
so,
tampons from the 80s.
Girls gotta have them,
Nice. And I got my little stack of t-shirts. I think there's a jacket
That's
here.
a little.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And then we've got Alfred over here. What's up, dude?
Say hey.
He's pretty cute. He yelled at us a lot at first. Now he thinks we're awesome.
It's your 15 minutes, man. Say something.
He's a good pup. You're a good pup. Hey, Babs. I missed you. I hope you're doing okay. I hope you think about me sometimes. Bye. So what's your problem this morning?
I forgot my sunglasses in the house. I couldn't find a jacket to wear.
But we're still sitting right outside the house.
I don't want to go back in.
You could put my other pair on right there and then we can be twins.
No.
Come on, just do it. Come on, just do it. You can be cool like me. All right, it's Friday morning and we're heading back to that estate sale that we were at last week because they've opened up more space. They've opened up the upstairs, right?
Yeah. So they say. We'll see.
So they say. So we're gonna go back to that. It's early morning.
It's 7:07 a.m.
It's horrible. So I think that's pretty much all the rest of the sourcing we're gonna do for this week. And hopefully you'll find some good hard goods since you just picked up a bunch of clothing from Jenna. But the real question is, coffee before or after?
Before and during. Because we have to wait outside like half an hour. So.
Well, I'm not gonna hold my coffee outside.
We'll see. Coffee.
Well, I know what I'm doing.
Coffee.
So this is the area that we've already been in. And this door was closed last week. So let's see what's up here. We can go this way, which is the room I was just in. Or we can go this way. It's a weird little catwalk.
You know what? 175. Yeah, I took them out. Hey.
You don't have anything in your hand yet.
I already put some in the hold pile.
You told me 200 some minutes ago. So it's getting better. That's not one thing. You're buying on eBay. What do you need? No. I also what are you going to do?
Not too sure what's in these bags. Probably garbage. So we got some Marshalls. This is like a weird little closet that's just full of vintage electronics that are like covered in dust and dirt. There's just stuff everywhere. Probably going to be priced too high to get today, but I think this is really cool though. What's funny is, look at this. So this is a 50s closed circuit television or TV camera. Look at this little note on it. It says, "Slim, get in touch with Joe before you turn on this camera. Very important." So Slim,
All right.
just so you know.
I don't know if Slim listened.
Ooh, it's bright. All right, so we just Man, we just left the sale. We're dirty, that's one thing. You didn't get a lot of stuff. You only spent like $50.
I spent like $50.
And you get a couple of hard goods, so we'll probably save those for the Sunday show, so you have some hard goods to show. But when we left, you made offers on a couple of things. What's that all about?
So at the end of the estate sale, if it hasn't sold for their asking price, they will generally accept offers, and they go with the highest offer on some things. So one of the things they had there was a lot of vintage Playboys, and they had 6 huge crates of them from the 50s and 60s.
Yeah, they're really cool.
My offer is probably not going to get accepted. They said someone else had left an offer as well. My offer was only $150. It's probably going to go higher than that. But you can sell entire years together for good money, especially the older ones like that. And it was just, you know, just some collection.
What was the other thing you left an offer for?
And I left an offer on, they had a whole lot of Masonic stuff, like the Masons books that I purchased last week. I showed in our haul on Sunday. But it was some books and more personalized stuff. There were some photographs with, you know, men in their full Mason uniforms, which you don't find a lot of that because it's the whole secret society. And there were some medals, like from the early like 20s that, you know, they would wear on their blazer of their uniform and stuff like that. So again, I didn't leave. They wanted like $350 for the lot, which is ridiculous. But I left an offer of $125. Again, I don't think I'll get accepted on either one, but...
What did they want for the Playboys?
They had no price on them. They were all make offer.
That's weird.
So...
Well, and the tough part about that is you don't know what other people are offering, so it's like... It's almost like a blind auction, I don't know.
It is. It's kind of like a... Yeah, I mean, it's you're just leaving like a left bid like you would at an auction, although it's not an auction. Yeah.
So I don't know. Are we going to come back next week when it's 50% off?
I don't think
was there anything there that we really cared about?
There were some things there that were super high priced. They had some vintage telephones and things that I like, you know, wall phones and desk phones.
Yeah, I got them on video.
You know, yeah. So, but they were so expensive. They wanted $35 and $40 for them, and I'm lucky if I can get $65. So, you know, unless they start selling them for $5 or $10, I don't see me buying.
Yeah,
them.
they had so many of them. So, come on,
the house
guys.
is so
Come on.
chock full. To be honest with you, their prices are kind of crazy the first few days. They always are, and it kind of blows my mind how much they ask for things here. But yet they still sell. It was cleared out quite a bit from last week. So
I guess it works for them. I mean, they do a lot of sales, and so they have their method. So anyway, all right, that's it for this week.
that's it. That's
So
all I got.
Bye.
Bye.